Hey guys, welcome to another video. This time we're looking at my solo R5 teams and well guys, I will try to explain you, according to my experience, what I did in order to build this team. These teams actually never failed me even once and I looked at the runs very carefully. I went over 100 runs with each of the teams that I will show you. And well, after this I decided to build a new one, a different one with a little small changes, but I thought that it will be more reliable in the end, and yes, a few seconds lower. So guys, I will start by telling you some general concepts of this raid. Guys, remember this boss, in order for you to move after him, you will need a total of 191 speed, including the level of your speed tower. So keep that in mind. If you actually want to move after the boss, you will need 191 speed max. Okay, that's the fastest you can be if you want the boss to move before you. So keep that in mind, keep the level of your speed tower in mind so that you can actually let the boss outspeed you if that is what you want in order to have consistent runs. So above that, the boss can still move before you. So don't worry about that. If you are above that range, sometimes you will move first, sometimes the boss will move first. So you will see when I show you the runes. So guys, also remember that this boss has 30% resistance. So in order for you to have the max chance of landing your debuffs, you need 15% aggressive. That's all you need. So remember, for your debuffers, have 15% aggressive. So apart from that, guys, the team that we are looking at, the middle one, I will call this the center team, okay? The center team, these are the runes. Guys, I will show you each team one by one, so you can look at them. And of course, this is the BJ5 team. So this is nothing new for you guys. You already know these runes, you already know how to build this team. I made a tutorial about this, so yeah. Nothing new here. However, guys, I've heard some people say that in order for you to actually clear this R5 solo, you need this team to actually, you need your Veil to go, and then you need the half of the HP to go down, half of the HP of the boss to go down, so that the boss uses its jump attack before your Dark Viking moves. Your Jensen moves. That, guys, is not true. Your Jensen can move before the boss jumps and you can still win the round. Don't worry about it. The only thing you should consider is that, of course, your Veil should use his skill once before the jump and once after the jump. That's what you need, guys. That's the main thing here. Don't worry about resing the units as I did here, because things went well, but things cannot go well here. So if they don't go well, we have a backup plan and we don't worry about it, because we will succeed, we will clear these runs, and we will have very high efficiency with these teams. Now guys, I already showed you the center team. Now I will go for the left team and then for the right team, and I will explain them both, and then I will tell you the team that I'm actually running, which is not this one. Okay, this one is the most free-to-play friendly that I want to show you all, because most of you will be able to build all of these teams, but you can actually change things up a little bit in order to make sure that RNG doesn't go the wrong way, so that you can actually win this all the time. So here we go, left team. Now on the front line we have this girl, and we are about to beat the boss. So if I get cut, I will show you the runes again. Yes, we were cut. So we are waiting for this. Guys, the front line are Lexi and are the Neostone Ancient. So basically the agent will be the last one to move. Okay, she, Lisa, her will be the last one to move. Now this girl, in my opinion, should be either the first or the second unit to move. As you can see, I went for very tanky units, and I went for will on every single unit that I can get will to, because I don't want the boss to actually oblivion me. And well, you know guys, after that, Kali moves, and then your Shayna, so that you can have the attack buff from Kali, or well, maybe Kali will derp, which will happen a lot of the time. And sorry guys, I have to show you the runes so fast, but I will show them again after we start the next run. You know how hard it is, because these runs are really fast. Here we are again, and we will do a general review once more before I move on to the right team. And as you can see guys, I went for the twins. The twins are amazing units, you know, they deal a ton of damage and they go with each other, and they have the first skill that actually for Shayna will always allow them to defense rate, you know? She weakens defense for 1 turn with every attack. So she will give accuracy to her twins, therefore they don't need any accuracy when they attack with Shayna. And of course, they will defense rate with their first skill. That's why you want Shayna to move either second or third, so that she can move before Bale moves. Guys, what we want to guarantee here is that the boss gets defense broken. And you know, sometimes you may fail to defense rate. That requires a ton of bad RNG, but it could happen. So you should do all you can in order to prevent that. Now for after the jump, that's another story. That's something different. But you have so many defense breakers, and of course you always have the perfect turn order of your original BJ5 team, which means that your Lauren will always try to defense break. Of course, the boss can have that 15% resistance, but it's really hard for the boss to resist everyone and for everyone to learn in order not to have the defense break once Bale moves. Because you know, you will need the defense break for when Bale moves. And that's it. But guys, here we added some branding divas, some branding debuffers. So that's why Lexi is here. She applies branding. So if the boss has branding, then things will be much easier for your team in order to clear the first half of the HP, and then for the second half you can land branding again if you have it available on some of the other units that apply it as well. So there's a chance to brand after the jump as well. Of course, if you're Lexi Dirt during the first run, then of course after the jump she may be able to apply the branding. Now here is a ton of damage from the Lisa herself that can cleanse, and you know, she brings 3 units randomly. It doesn't have to include her. It's not like Rao's attack. So she brings 3 random units, and most of our units deal a ton of damage there. Only Lexi and Lisa herself don't deal a lot of damage, so she will be dealing tons of damage on the opponent as well. So, and of course she will be cleansing your team. Now we're moving on to the right team, and let me see guys how long we have here. Okay, we're in the last run already. That's so cool. So before I move on, I will try to show you the stats again, unit by unit, and I will show you these first when I move on to the right team. But this will be during our next round of 10 rounds, because yes, this happens so fast. Now here we are. The average clear time was 38 seconds, which is close to the actual usual average of this team. And here we are again, guys. Now we're moving on to the right team. I will show you all the stats and the units that I'm using. Yes, I'm using that thing on Violent Runes. Guys, this team, actually, when the Japanese player that created the BJ5 team built this one? Well, I think he built the triple Rauk, the triple Ikaru, sorry. Well, never mind. He, instead of using Fran, he was using Birdie Howl. However, he has incredibly great runes, and he has a ton of fight runes as well. So most of you, maybe like me, who don't have that many fight sets, and of course, you know guys, you want to use your best runes on your PvP unit. I didn't want to rerun everything and to mess up some of my best damage dealers. I didn't want to unrune my Fat Lucian. I didn't want to change my Trikaru team because I will have to actually increase the HP of my Trikaru Birdie Howl in order for him to survive the jump and be reliable clearing this. And all of that will be in order to save 5 seconds per run, or maybe 8 seconds per run. I don't think that's worth it. If you're free to play, it is not worth it, guys. This kind of team will consume your energy a lot. You will be out of energy really fast. You will be out of crystals. So, guys, if you're free to play, you don't care about 5 to 6 seconds. And of course, you don't want to mess up all of your teams. That's why I started testing things, and I decided to go with Fran with the same runes that I use on PvP. Fran here has the exact build that I use for regular PvP, and she's on violent runes, and she's faster than the boss. She doesn't always move first, as I told you in the beginning of the video, but she actually can move first, and she can dirt. She sometimes doesn't use her third skill, she goes for the first. However, going for the first skill means most of the time attack breaking the boss, which is great because that guarantees that your teams will survive, guys. And yeah, what happens if your Freya survives? Well, in this case, my Freya survives, but she will always die at the jump. So if she didn't die during the first attack of the boss, replenishing the HP of every single unit in this team, well then she will actually do that when the boss jumps. So that's perfect as well. So guys, Fran adds a layer of safety to this team, to the full run, that is amazing. That team with Fran is way safer. So as I told you, this never failed me. Now I will show you the runes of each unit, and he's my Ikaru from the Trikaru team. I don't want to change runes around, neither do you guys. I think no one wants to actually switch a ton of runes from their PvP units. So with these runes that I have, I can do. I know they are good runes, guys. This is an endgame team, okay? We're not talking about mid game here. We're talking about a speed solo R5 team. So this is a dream come true, but this is not an easy team to build. So these are the runes of my Rauk. This is my Crow. And guys, here we have the rest of our super reliable defense breakers. And of course, Hua. Now guys, keep in mind that here we have the leaders of Hua for crit rate, of Kali for crit rate of fire units, and the attack power of the Fire 90 of Fox. So the fire units are what you want to focus on here. They will deal more damage and they need only 58% crit rate, which means that you can focus on crit damage and attack, especially on crit damage, since you have the attack buff, the attack leader skill here. So guys, focus on crit damage on your fire units. Remember, you can build them with very low crit rate so that you can actually focus on dealing tons of damage, which is what you want here, guys. You want to deal tons of damage with every single team of yours. Now Hua is here on Vampire runes in order to allow us an extra layer of safety as well. So guys, we have the branding from Crow, we have the team up smart AI from both Rogue and Ikaru. So that means that Hikaru will bring 3 more units with him. So it's certain that one of those units will be a defense raker. That can't fail. It will be a defense raker. So you will always have the chance to defense rake, which is the most important thing here. So guys, this team all around is amazing. But now I will show you the team that I am currently running, and well, you will see what I did, and I will let you evaluate if you want to do that or not, because I added even an extra layer of safety. So you will see the runs here were never in risk of failing. However, you may want to be completely certain that you will not fail. In my case, I did so, and I didn't have to move runes from my net 5s. I didn't have to move runes from any unit in order to build this team, which is amazing. So I will show you guys that right now. Well, this was the average time, guys, so now I will show you the teams. Well guys, here we are. These are the teams that I'm running currently, and I think they are even more safe than they used to be on the ones that I showed you before. So this is the left team, and this is the one that changed the most. I left the 3 twins actually, but now I had Bastet as the first unit to move because I didn't change her runes. She has her PvP runes, as you can see, and so does Douglas, the Fire Ryu, and he has the PvP runes. He is really well runed in order to be tanky and in order to actually absorb health and deal tons of damage as well. And yeah, Hua moved here instead of being on the right team. Now, why did I do this? Well, that's because Bastet is a more reliable attack buffer than Kali in my opinion, and also Bastet provides another attack break when she darts, or a glancing when she uses her second skill, and she can also defense rake with her second skill, which are all amazing skills to have. Also the heal block comes in handy sometimes as well, but mainly for that. And Douglas counters and actually brands when he counters, and his second skill brands as well, so he can replace Lexi any day of the week. So he can replace Lexi any day of the week, guys. Remember that you should not combine Vampire units with Lexi because she reduces the heals, but apart from that, you know, I replaced her completely with my Douglas. Guys, you can replace units with the net 5s that you have. Consider the units that deal the most damage. For instance, if you want to replace Hua with a Theomars, you can do so, and then you will have even more crit rate in order to reduce your crit rate and increase your crit damage. So here we go, one more run. Here we are. Now I will show you the changes that I made. The team is almost the same. Kali is here instead of having Hua. Now here we have 2 attack buffers, which means that this team will most likely get the attack buff from either Fran or Kali. And this Kali is built quite tanky so that Kali can survive the jump. And you know guys, apart from that, there's not much more to say. These are very safe runs, and I think these runs are even safer than with the previous team. However, this team on average is about 2 seconds slower than the other one. So this one goes from 37 seconds to 40 seconds average runs, and the other one, the previous one, goes from 35 seconds to 37 seconds. So those are a few seconds difference, but after watching a ton of runs, I actually don't know if this team can fail. I don't see how this team can fail, and guys, I didn't care about the turn order on the team that are not the BJ5 one. I don't care about the turn order match, you know, about changing the runes. Of course, the turn order matters, and you should actually use your defense breakers in order to move before the Veil moves so that you can complement the defense break from Lauren, as I told you before. But apart from that, guys, there's not much you have to worry about, and you can still use the units that you have and combine them as you wish. You don't have to use the twins that I use. I just went from Shayna for Shayna because she's a really reliable defense breaker. But apart from that, you can choose any twins. You can even replace Shayna for other twin. So don't worry about it. Make the combination that you like the most, but keep in mind that your center team will be your VJ5 comp, and apart from that, there's not much you need to know. Guys, if this was useful for you, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. Remember, if you have any questions about this team or about the game in general, let me know in the comment section, and I will be very happy to reply. As always, see you all in the next one. Bye bye.